When you get what you want in your struggle for self and the world makes you king for a day, just take a step back and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your mother or father or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The person whose verdict counts most in your life is the one looking back through the glass. You may fool the whole world down your pathway of life and get pats on your back as you pass, but your final reward will be heartaches and tears if you've cheated the man in the glass. Don't lie to yourself, fooling the world, losing yourself while finding. And every time I sit down here, I am perpetuating mental illness in search of calm. Don't lose time because it does not exist. If you got skills and you have set up and you just need the measurements, here you go. You need two 15 1/4 by 30, they're your sides. You need two 26 1/2 by 30, that's your top and bottom, and your back is 16 1/4 by 26 1/2. Alright, the frame for your filter is going to be 15 1/8 by 25 1/2, 3/4 thick. That's going to give you a box that looks like this. This is where we have our motor mounted. This is our pre-filter. For the frame and the filter, there you go. Pretty much assemble this square, glue and screw. You know how to do that. That's for the people that just want to follow this. And then for our motor, that is mounted inside of here, which is, this is still currently removable. So here's our filter. This part is a part that's 3/4 thick. This part can be as thick as you want, but as thick as this is where you want to set your stop at so your filter doesn't just go back all the way. So let me set this down and bring you guys back. Inside of here is where we have our fan mounted. What we did was pretty easy. We mounted these feet right here, essentially, to there, bolted them to there. Then we glued and screwed this to the base of the box here. Did that on both sides. But to mark our hole out, what we did was, since you're getting a full sheet of MDF, you'll have a piece extra. So what we did was set a piece right here next to it on the wall, or on the floor right here. Put the mount over there, traced it out. It's an 8-inch fan. Once we found our center, all we did was cut it out, framed around it, and then we have her sitting right in there. Mount it nice and secure. And it's on the low setting, because on the high setting, it goes way too turbulent. After we glued and screwed it, I just came by on the inside anyway and just ran some extra caulk and sealant down there just to be safe, because I don't want this to, I don't want to have to mess with it too much, and I don't want it to keep opening it. I have to go turn that fan off now. Oh, so then what we did here was we just flanged around our cut to make it nice and neat. I was going to come by and seal right there, but I'm not worried about it. And we just have this pre-filter on here with 6 thumbtacks, 3 on the bottom, 3 across the top to hold it on, and that's all you need. And these are the 4 filters fitted to the frame and silicone together. That way the only thing passing through is air through the filter. And this is the back side of it. As you see, it goes up to the gap. We have our gasket in there, which in the longer video you'll see that we cut off of that. We have 4 filters and we cut off 2 sides of each filter and then reused it. Alright, we're back. So what you see here is some of the sides that we cut off. Why did we cut them off? Because when we pushed it together there was a little hole right there. So what we're going to do now is take it, glue this together here, glue that together there, and then glue them together there. And we've most likely eliminated the need for that piece that comes across right here in the front. We can just set it in the back. And our working area will be about 25 inches by about 13 1/2, which is more than enough. This will set you back about 71 bucks. So you got to get these. For those of you that are concerned about the frame fit, I'll push it in the top, just listen to it. She is snug as a bug. Alright, now let's turn it on, and I'm not going to mute the sound, so you'll get to hear how loud it is. So, sound warning. That's what she sounds like. Is it loud? A little bit. Not that bad. Let's come around here to the back. So down here you'll see that we did is we just took our drill bit and bored it out. Ran our cord out here through the back. Not hard at all. And the reason that we used the back like this is so we could run it into the edges and glue it, having the back piece sit on. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this short version. Now let's get on to the long one. And might I say, the whole quest for all of this, the short version, the long version was such a pain in the ass to get those measurements. I mean, everything I just mentioned off you can cut with the circular saw and a jig, and smooth the edges, glue clamps, and boom, you're done. But now for the long version of actually using crap and figuring out what it is. Okay, this one isn't going to be the long version. For those of you concerned about if it does passes the lighter test, if it blows it out or blows it over, let's find out. When I move it right up on it, it blows it out, but where I'm working at, she's fine. So, what does it look like? Let's see it in motion with some vape, and that'll just pretty much be the only way I can really show you how it works. Whenever I'm working on it, which will be minimal because I prefer the oven, I'll just use this, and that'll keep any kind of updraft contamination. I'll be working right here, and there you go. We actually figured out the how much air we're moving with it. 28 inches, it would have been a little bit better, but whatever.